Hello students, in previous lecture we have seen definition of normal subgroup. When we say that H is said to be normal subgroup of G, if a subgroup H of group G is said to be normal if its left and right posets are equal, that is first condition, it will satisfy GH is equal to HG for all G belongs to G. Second one, you can check for all G belongs to G, GHG inverse belongs to H, where this H is belongs to subgroup H. Okay, or you can check third condition, which is for all G belongs to G, G inverse HG is same as H. Now you can check one of the three condition. If you can check by using this GH is equal to HG for all G belongs to G, or you can check H is normal subgroup by using second condition, for all G belongs to G, GH G inverse also belongs to H, then we say that H is normal subgroup of G. Or you can check for all G belongs to G, G inverse HG is equal to H. Also we have seen the theorem which is equivalent statements, that first condition, if GH G inverse belongs to H, then from that condition we have proved that GH G inverse is equal to H, and from this second condition we have proved that GH is equal to HG. So we have proved these three equivalent statement. From first we have proved second statement, from second statement we have proved third statement, which is, so from GH G inverse is equal to H, we have proved that GH is equal to HG, and from last third expansion GH is equal to HG, we have proved that GH G inverse belongs to H. Now we will see examples on normal subgroup. Before that we will see note, a result, an element K is generator of Zn if and only if, when we say that K be the generator of Zn, if and only if GCD of K with n is equal to 1, if and only if greatest common divisor K with n is equal to 1, then we say that K be the generator of Zn. So this is the first result. Second one, if K is positive divisor of n, K is positive divisor of n, K is positive divisor of n, then order of a raised to n by k is nothing but n upon greatest common divisor of n and n by k. Okay, here what we have, k be the positive divisor of n, means what, greatest common divisors of n and n by k must be n by k, because here n and n by k is the smallest element than n, so greatest common divisor will be n by k, so which is equal to n upon n by k. So this k goes on numerator, so here k into n by n will get cancelled, so order of a raised to n by k must be k. So we'll see examples to find out normal subgroup of Zn. So see the example. So example is, list all, first list all normal subgroup of Z6, list all normal subgroups of Z6. Second one, list all normal subgroup of, list all normal subgroups, list all normal subgroups of Z2 cross Z2. And third one is, check whether check whether h1 is given by 1 minus 1 and h2 is given by 1 minus 1 I minus I are normal subgroup of Q8 are normal subgroups of Q8 are normal subgroups of Q8. Check this. So we have given two subgroups H1 and H2. We have to check H1 and H2 are normal subgroup of Q8 or not. So this Q8 is nothing but quaternion group. Okay, so this Q8 is nothing but quaternion group. You must have the properties of quaternion group. Okay, so first we have to find out all normal subgroup of Z6. Okay, we know that Zn is always abelian group. So if group is abelian, then it is always here Zn is always cyclic, and if group is cyclic, then it is always abelian, and every abelian group is normal. Okay, we know that this result. Now we have to find all normal subgroup of Z6. Okay, first we have to find all positive divisors of 6. Means what? We have to first calculate values of k, which is divisors of 6. Okay, so see the solution of first. To find normal subgroups of Z6, to find normal subgroup of Z6. Okay, we have group is abelian. We have Z6 is abelian. We have Z6 is abelian, and we have the result that if group is abelian, then its all subgroups are normal subgroup. Okay, then its all subgroups are normal. Okay, so we have this result. Okay, now to calculate all subgroups of Z6. Now to calculate all subgroups of Z6. Okay, now first to find all positive divisors. So what we have the result? If k be the positive divisor of n, then order of subgroup a raised to n by k is nothing but n by GCD of n and n by k. So order is k. Okay, to find out order of subgroup of order k. Okay, so first calculate all positive divisor. First to find all positive divisors of 6. Okay, so what are the positive divisors? 6 are, so positive divisors of 6 are 1, next 2 divides 6, 3 divides 6, next 4 does not divide 6, 5 does not divide 6, and last 6 divides 6. So possible values of k are 1, 2, 3 and 6. Therefore k is equal to 1, 2, 3 and 6. Now to find out subgroup of order 1. Okay, now we have here value of k is 1, 2, 3 and 6. And what is value of n? N is here, if z we have given zn, then here after comparing value of n is 6. Okay, so here value of n is 6, and we know that in zn what we have, 1 and n minus 1 are always generators. Okay, so I will take a is equal to 1 be the generator of Z6. Okay, so in a is equal to 1 be generator of Z6. Now for value of for k is equal to 1, then so if k be the positive divisor of n, then order of a raised to n by k is nothing but k. So we'll generate subgroup by a raised to n by k element. So generator a raised to n by k is equal to generator. So value of a is 1 raised to n is 6 by value of k is equal to, first put 1. So generator 1 raised to 6 by 1. So which is equal to generator 1 raised to 6 by 1 means what? 6. 1 raised to 6. And we know that cyclic group generated by A has element of the type a raised to n such that n belongs to set of integer. But if we have operation is multiplicative, then we will multiply a n times, which is a into up to so on a. So if operation is multiplicative, but if operation is additive, then we will add a n times. So we can write it as a plus up to so on plus a. Okay, so this can be written as n into a when it is written, because operation is additive. If operation is additive, so here we know that Z6 is always additive operation. Okay, so here 1 raised to 6, because here Z6 is additive, so a raised to n can be treated as n into a, so it can be treated as generator 6 into 1. So 6 into 1 can be written as generator 6. And here operation modulo 6, addition modulo 6, we will divide 6 by 6, we will get generator 0, and generator 0 has only one element, which is singleton 0. Okay, so this is the subgroup H of order 1, because it has only single element, so it is subgroup of order 1. Now we will find next subgroup of order 2. So for k is equal to 2, we will get generator a raised to 6 by, value of I will put as it is, so a raised to n by k, which is equal to generator 1 raised to, value of n is 6 by 2, because value of k is 2, which is equal to generator 1 raised to 3, generator 1 raised to 3. And we know that if group is group generated by a, then we have element is of the type a raised to n, and if group is of additive group under operation addition, then a raised to n can be treated as n into a, so it can be written as 3 into 1, so which is equal to 3 into 1 means what? 3 bar. Okay, subgroup generated by 3. Okay, so we'll generate subgroup by 3. Then what are the element we'll get? So add 3 multiple times till get identity element. Okay, so if I add 3 one time, then we'll get 3 bar. Okay, now add 3 two times, 3 plus 3 6, and 6 modulo 6 will be 0. So here I get identity element, so I will stop here. So here I get, which is the subgroup of order 2. Okay, now for value of k is 3, then what will we get? So for k is equal to 3, we will get subgroup of order 3. Now let's see what happens. So generator a raised to n by k is nothing but generator 1 raised to 6 by 3. Okay, so which is equal to generator 1 raised to 2. So 1 raised to 2 can be treated as 2 into 1, because operation is addition. Okay, so 2 into 1, which is generator 2. So if I generate 2, now generate 2 means what? Add n, so add 2 multiple times up to, till we get identity. Okay, so here we'll add 2 one times, then we'll get 2 bar. Now add 2 two times, 2 plus 2 4 bar. Okay, next I will add 2 3 times, 2 plus 2 6, and 6 modulo 6 will be 0. So I get identity element. Okay, so I will stop here. So here I get 3 elements, 0 bar, 2 bar and 4 bar. So this is the subgroup of order 3. Now next we will find subgroup of order 6. Now for k is equal to 6, then generator a raised to n by k is nothing but generator 1 raised to 6 by 6, which is equal to generator 1 raised to 6 by 6 is nothing but 1 raised to 1. So 1 raised to 1 can be written as, operation is additive, so it can be written as 1 into 1, which is equal to 1 into 1 is nothing but generator 1. So we will generate this subgroup by 1. So add this one till we'll get identity. So first add one times, so we'll get 1 bar. Next add 1 2 times, so 1 plus 1 which is 2 bar. Next add 1 3 times, we'll get 3 bar. Add 1 4 times, so 4 bar. Next 5 bar. Next if I add 1 6 times, then we'll get 1 plus 1 plus 1 up to 1 6 times, we'll get 6 bar. And we have addition modulo 6, so 6 when we divide 6 by 6 we'll get identity. So here we get subgroup H of order 6. Okay, so these are total, there are 4 subgroup of Z6, and we know that if group is abelian, then its all subgroups are normal subgroup. So here this is H1, this is H2, this is H3, and this is H4. Therefore H1 is equal to singleton 0, H2 is equal to 0 3, H3 is equal to 0 2 4, and H4 is equal to 0 1 2 3 4 and 5. So these are 4 normal subgroup. Among that Z is equal to H1 is equal to 0 and H4 is equal to 0 1 2 3 4 and 5 are the trivial subgroups, and H2 and H3 are the proper subgroups. So these are all normal subgroup of Z6. So here hence what we get, H1 is equal to singleton 0, H2 is equal to 0 bar, here 0 bar 3 bar, H3 is equal to 0 bar 2 bar 4 bar, and H4 is equal to 0 bar 1 bar 2 bar 3 bar 4 bar and 5 bar. So these are all 4 normal subgroups, are 4 normal subgroups of Z6, subgroups of Z6. Okay, now let's see next second example. List all normal subgroups of Z2 cross Z2. Okay, so see the second example to find out all normal subgroups of Z2 cross Z2. And we know that Z2 cross Z2 is always abelian. Therefore, its all subgroups are normal subgroups. So to calculate all subgroups of Z2 cross Z2. So see the second example. To find normal subgroups of Z2 cross Z2, and we have Z2 cross Z2 is abelian group, therefore hence it is abelian, therefore hence all subgroups of Z2 cross Z2 are normal. Okay, so we have this result. Now to find all subgroups of Z2 cross Z2. So we have Z2 has only 2 elements, 0 bar and 1 bar. Okay, so in order pair Z2 cross Z2 has total 2 into 2 4 elements, so which are Z2 cross Z2 is equal to, so Z2, so total there are 4 elements, so it can be written in the order pair. So first write 0 bar 0 bar, next 0 bar 1 bar, 0 bar 1 bar, next I will add, so first I will take 1 bar with 0 bar and last 1 bar with 1 bar. So total there are 4 elements. Now we will take subgroups. We have to find all subgroups of Z2 cross Z2. So observe that in Z2 cross Z2 we have, so if I take H1 is equal to singleton 0 0, so singleton, we know that singleton 0 0 is always subgroup of group Z2 cross Z2. So it is itself forms group. Okay, so it is subgroup of Z2 cross J2. Next, take H2 is the subgroup of subset of Z2 cross J2 such that it satisfies all properties of group. So if I take 0 bar 0 bar with second element 0 bar 1 bar, then it is again subgroup of order 2 which satisfy all properties of group. It is sufficient to show observe that take any two elements from that group, then first check closeness property, second one associativity, third one existence of identity, and last existence of inverse. Now if I take addition of these two elements, so 0 0 plus 0 1, so take addition corresponding side, so 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, so 0 0 1 is again in given set, so closeness property satisfy. Now obviously associativity always satisfy. Now here 0 0 is the identity element and inverse of each element is itself, because 0 0 0 plus 0 0 is again 0 0, so 0 0 is inverse element of 0 0. If I add so inverse of 0 1 is 0 1 plus 0 1 is equal to, so adding corresponding side, so 0 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 1 is 2, and here modulo operation is 2, so addition modulo 2, we divide 2 by 2, will get identity 0. Okay, so here 0 1 plus 0 1 is equal to identity, so 0 1 has inverse element 0 1, so all properties of group satisfy, means what, H2 must be a subgroup of G, and we know that Z2 cross Z2 is abelian, so its all subgroups are normal subgroup. Now next, find out next subgroup, so H3 is equal to, so 0 0 is always in our set because it is identity element. Now take, so we have taken in previous subgroup 0 0 and 0 1. Next I will take 0 0 and 1 0. Okay, so it is again subgroup because first closeness property satisfy. If I add these two elements, then again new element is again given set H3. Okay, so all four properties of group satisfy, so H3 must be a subgroup of Z2 cross Z2. Now if I take first three element, then what will happen? So if I take H4 is the subgroup generated by which is 0 0, next 0 1, next 1 0, but this will not form subgroup, because if I add these two elements 0 1 plus 1 0, so after adding, so first component 0 plus 1 is 1 and second component 1 plus 0 is 1, so addition of these two elements is 1 1 and 1 1 is not in our set. That's why we say that H4 is not subgroup, because closeness property is not satisfied. Therefore here H4 is equal to so 0 0 0 1 1 0 is not subgroup of Z2 cross Z2. Now we will take whole elements 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. Therefore it will satisfy all properties of group. Therefore here Z2 cross Z2 there are four subgroups. Okay, so first one is H1 which is 0 0, second one H2 which is 0 0 0 1, and third one H3 which is 0 0 1 0, and last H4 is equal to Z2 cross Z2 itself. So there are total four subgroups of Z2 cross Z2 which is normal in G. Okay, therefore H1 is equal to H1, H2, H3 and H4 are four normal subgroups in Z2 cross Z2. Now we'll check that third example. Check whether H1 is equal to 1 minus 1, H2 is equal to 1 minus 1, I minus I are normal subgroup of quaternion group. So we have known the quaternion group. So its property is, so Q8 is quaternion group, Q8 which is quaternion group. So we have, so this is the third example. So quaternion groups, total there are 8 elements, which are 1 minus 1, I minus I, j minus j, k minus k, such that I square is equal to j square is equal to k square is minus 1, and I into j is equal to k, and j into I is equal to minus k. Okay, so this is the property for quaternion group. Now we have to check that H1 is normal subgroup of Q8, and next check whether H2 is normal subgroup of quaternion group Q8. Okay, now it is sufficient to show one of the three properties. First property is check for all G belongs to G and H belongs to H, G inverse belongs to H. Or you can check second property, which is for all G belongs to G and H belongs to H, G inverse HG is equal to H, and you can check for all G belongs to G, GH is equal to HG. So for every element of group G, if it satisfies the property, you can check first property. First, if for all G belongs to G, H belongs to H, GH, G inverse belongs to H, then we say that H is normal subgroup of G. Second one, for all G belongs to G, if G inverse HG is equal to H, then again we say that H is normal subgroup of G. And last, you can check third condition, if for all G belongs to G and GH is equal to HG, then again we say that H is normal subgroup of G. Now we will check second condition, for all element of group G, then we will check G inverse HG is equal to H. So let's see example. What is given? So H1 is here, H1 is equal to 1 minus 1. Okay, so here if H is normal subgroup of G, then we will prove that G inverse HG is equal to H for all G belongs to G. Okay, now let's check it satisfies or not. Now what is our H1? So H1 is 1 minus 1. So total in Q8, total there are 8 elements. So for first one, so I will take value of G is 1, then what will be its inverse? So this is, so first one is H1, we have given subgroup of, we have to check H1 is normal subgroup of G. Okay, so here I will take first element G is 1. So what will be its inverse? Because if we say B be the inverse of A, then A into B will be 1. Okay, so what is the inverse element of 1? So 1 into 1 is equal to 1. So inverse of 1 is 1. So G inverse is again 1. And here H1 is 1 minus 1. So therefore we have to check G inverse HG is equal to H. Okay, so G inverse HG is equal to, so we write, so G inverse is 1 into H1 in first element is 1, and here G is again 1. Next G inverse is 1 into H, here is element of H1 is minus 1 into G is 1. So which is equal to 1 into 1 into 1, which is 1, 1 into minus 1 into 1, which is minus 1. So which is same as H1. So for G is equal to 1, we get G inverse H1G is equal to H1. Now next I will take G, which is minus 1. So what is its inverse? So here we have A into B is equal to identity, then we say that B is the inverse element of A. So in Q8, what is the identity element? Which is 1. Okay, so G inverse So g is minus 1, so its inverse will be again minus 1, because minus 1 into minus 1 is 1. So g inverse is again minus 1. Therefore g inverse h1g is equal to, so here minus 1 into 1, 1 into minus 1. Next minus 1 into, here minus 1 into minus 1. So which is equal to minus 1 into minus 1, 1, 1 into 1, 1. Next minus 1 into minus 1, 1 into minus 1 will get minus 1, which is again h1. Next, third element, if I take g is equal to I, then what will be its inverse? So a into b. So I into, suppose a be the inverse element of I, then I into a is equal to 1, then a is equal to 1 upon I. So multiplying by rationalizing it, so minus I upon minus I. Then here I into minus I is 1, so we get minus I. So inverse of I is minus I, because I into minus I is equal to identity. So its inverse is minus I. So g inverse h1g will be, therefore g inverse h1g is equal to, so here g inverse is minus I into 1 into value of I is, value of g is I. Next g inverse is minus I into minus 1 into I, which is equal to, minus I into I is identity, so 1. Next minus I into I, which is identity, and here into minus 1 will get minus 1, which is again h1. Next, so if I take element g is minus I, so its inverse is again I. Therefore g inverse h1g is equal to, so here I into 1 into minus I into minus 1 into minus I. So which will be, I into minus I is again identity, into 1, which is again 1 minus 1, which is equal to again h1. Next, for g is equal to, I will take j, then g inverse will be, so here same thing, if I take I, g is equal to I, then its inverse is minus I. Okay, so g is equal to j, then its inverse will be minus j, because j into minus j is identity. So we will get g inverse h1g is equal to, what will we get, g inverse minus j into 1 into j. Next minus j into minus 1 into j, which is equal to, so minus j into j is identity, so which is 1, minus j into j identity into minus 1 is minus 1, so which is again h1. So if I take g is equal to minus j, g is equal to minus j, then g inverse will be j. So again we will get g inverse h1g is equal to h1. Okay, for previous that g is equal to j, then g inverse is minus j, so here g is equal to minus j, its inverse is j. Okay, so we will get again g inverse h1g is equal to h1. Now, so for I will take k, g is equal to k, then its inverse g inverse will be minus k. Therefore g inverse h1g is equal to, so here g inverse is minus k into 1 into k. Next minus k into minus 1 into k, which is equal to minus k into k, which is 1, identity into 1 is 1. Next minus k into k is 1, 1 into minus 1 is again minus 1. Okay, which is again h1. And last we will take g is equal to minus k, then last check g is equal to minus k, then its inverse is k. Okay, so we see that g inverse H1G is again H1. Therefore, for all elements of Q8, we get the result that G inverse H1G is equal to H1. Therefore, we say that H1 is equal to 1 minus 1 is the normal subgroup of normal subgroup of Q8. Therefore, what we say, for all G belongs to Q8, we get G inverse H1G is equal to H1. Therefore, H1 is normal subgroup of Q8. Okay. So this is the solution of given problem. Now in next lecture we will check H2 is normal subgroup of Q8. Thank you.